Hi, this is Mike Maloney, and I wanted to share a couple of charts with you that I feel are very important. Now, this first chart relates to a video that I did. I first introduced this chart back in a video that I did a few months ago called The Everything Bubble, and this shows precious metals investor capitulation. People are giving up on precious metals, and that to me is a signal that the bull market is resuming in precious metals. What this is showing here is back in 2007, when the stock market was peaking, everybody was invested in the stock market and nobody was investing in gold. And today we have that same exact situation. Now, I did the Everything Bubble video back here somewhere, and the capitulation has continued. So this is a very good sign as far as what direction gold and silver are going to be taking. And, you know, I've got a friend who has a friend of his is a big trader on Wall Street. And that friend told my friend that everybody is long without conviction. And that means that they're long, they're invested in the stock market, but they don't really trust it or believe in it right now. And so they've got their finger hovering over that sell button on their computers, just waiting to try and be the first ones out of the market when it turns. And that means it's probably going to be vicious. The longer that this goes on, the worse that the correction will probably be. It's very similar to, I lived in Southern California for many, many years. And here in Southern California, we've got something that we've been waiting for called the Big One. And what it is an earthquake that will be triggered when a certain section of the San Andreas Fault finally breaks. Now, it's many, many years overdue, 40 or 50 years, something like that, overdue. And the tectonic plates, they move at a certain rate per year. It's a fixed rate. And so the longer it goes between earthquakes, the worse the earthquake is going to be. The longer that everything is calm and okay, the worse the correction will be when it comes to those plates. It's pressure building up. And I believe that that's the same thing that is going on in the stock market with all the manipulation that Ben Bernanke did and Janet Yellen continued with the increase in the currency supply and the zero interest rates, this bought and paid for recovery that we've got, that all went into the stock market and not to Main Street. It went to Wall Street. But here we are again with this low sales volume where everybody's in the stock market, nobody is interested in precious metals. That's a very good sign that the market is about to turn. The other chart that I've got that relates to this chart I've shown many times, and that is the volatility index. This is a measure of how much risk that investors are pricing into the markets. It's based on options spreads and so on. And it's right now what it's saying is that investors are not pricing risk into the market. They think everything is going to go along fine. Now, the last time that it got down into single digits was the peak of the market in 2007, and then the market started to fall, and the volatility index rose, and then this is the crash of 2008, when the volatility index spiked way up to 80 or so. But it's only been down in single digits one other time. That was at the peak of the market in 2007. And if you look at where it is today, it is well below where it was back in 2007. We're way down into the single digits some days. And this is just crazy. Everybody thinks that everything is going to go along just peachy from now on. And that, to me, is a signal that something is about to happen. And so what I've done is I've increased my position in precious metals. And one of my partners, he saw all of this information, and he almost doubled his position in precious metals. So this is what I think is going on. I don't know exactly when the markets are going to top and exactly when this correction is going to come. But there will be a correction. There always is. And when this one comes, it's going to be pretty brutal because there's a lot of energy that has built up in the meantime. Thank you very much for listening, and we'll see you next time.